Today, I'm going to discuss about my views on studies. Here, you can just question me that what are your views on studies? And today, just I am going to discuss about my views on studies because you know that especially the English practitioners or the English learners want to study a lot, and consequently, they do not get enough time to practice their English speaking. And that is why I want to discuss about this thing that will you study a lot or will you practice a lot? So you can ask me that what is the difference between these two? That study a lot and practice a lot. Study a lot means just you are going to uh, you're you're just going to spend your time in studies. That means you want to study a lot of books, you want to study a lot of English grammar rules, you want to study a lot of idioms and phrases, appropriate prepositions and clauses. That means there are different kinds of elements, if you want to learn a good uh, if you want to achieve a good quality in English, then of course you have to just study a lot of things that I mentioned before you. But one thing is here very important, that will you study a lot or will you practice a lot, because you know that practice is very important in learning especially English language, right? And of course you can say that there are many languages in the world, and if you want to study, or if you want to study a lot, and if you don't want to give much more time on practicing any on any language, so then of course it is never possible for you to achieve expertise in that language, right? And so you have to understand one thing, that if you just want to spend your time in practicing that language, then of course you will easily achieve fluency on that language, right? And so you should change your thinking over language learning, right? And if you can chance your ideas over language learning, then of course it will be easier for you, and it will be absolutely fruitful for you to learn any kind of language, right? And here, you know that of course studies can help you to refine your thinking, to achieve some extraordinary thing. And but the real thing is that if at this moment you want to achieve fluency in English language, so if you want to achieve fluency in English language, then of course you have to understand one thing, then of course you should spend more time in practicing a language, then then studies then studying on any language, right? That means I would like to clarify the idea that of course you must practice a lot, then you learn, or then you study that language, right? I think you'll understand what have I told about language learning, right? And so if you just can lead your life like this way, then of course you can easily learn any language, and by this way, right? And this is actually a systematic way to learn any language, right? And if you are unsystematic, then of course it will take a lot of time to achieve quality on that language that you want to achieve, right? And here you know that English is foreign language, and it is also our overseas language, so you have to practice a lot, and of course you have to spend much more time on learning that language, right? And so my views are on studies that I have disclosed before you. that of course you have to spend much more time on practicing English rather than you study a lot to learn English.